Today is Thursday, April 30th, 2026, and today is National Adopt a Shelter Pet Day, which feels like one of those things that starts small and ends up meaning a lot more than you expected. Welcome to Wait That's Random, This Day in History. I'm your host, C.L. Burns, voice actor, audiobook narrator, and your guide through the odd and unexpected corners of history. Let's dive in. On April 30th, 1803, the United States agreed to purchase a massive amount of land from France. It's known as the Louisiana Purchase, and at the time it wasn't a small expansion. It doubled the size of the country. But what makes this moment stand out isn't just the scale, it's how little they actually knew about what they were buying. There were maps, general ideas of the territory, but large portions of it were still unexplored by the people making the decision. It wasn't fully understood, not documented in detail. And still, the deal was made, because the opportunity mattered more than the certainty. France, under Napoleon, needed money and had shifted priorities. The United States saw a chance to expand westward, and the agreement happened quickly. $15 million for a massive portion of land. What makes this moment stand out isn't just the deal. It's the uncertainty behind it. Because decisions like that don't come with guarantees. They come with possibilities. And over time, that single agreement reshaped the country. Geographically, economically, and culturally. All from a decision made without fully knowing what was there. And sometimes instead of expanding something you can see, you discover something you can't. In 1897, J.J. Thomson announced the discovery of the electron. And at the time, this wasn't just another scientific finding. It changed how people understood matter itself. Because before this, atoms were thought to be the smallest unit. Indivisible, nothing smaller. But the discovery of the electron showed that wasn't true. There was something inside the atom, something even smaller, something that couldn't be seen directly but could be measured and observed through its effects. And that shift mattered, because once you realize something isn't the smallest building block, everything changes. New questions open up, new possibilities, new ways of understanding how the world works. What makes this moment stand out isn't just the discovery. It's how it reshaped the foundation of science. Because sometimes progress doesn't come from building something new. It comes from realizing what you thought was complete isn't. And sometimes, instead of changing how we understand the world, something just becomes part of how we talk about it. On April 30th, 2004, the movie Mean Girls premiered. And at the time, it was just another film release. A high school comedy. But over time, it became something more. Lines from the movie started showing up everywhere. In conversations, online, repeated and referenced long after the movie left the theaters. And what makes this moment stand out isn't just the movie itself, it's how it stayed relevant. Because most things fade. They have their moment, and then they're gone. But some things stick. They become part of how people communicate. Shared references, common language. And once that happens, they don't really go away. What started as a single release date turned into something that kept showing up years later. And while some things stay relevant through culture, others do it through consistency over time. Willie Nelson was born on April 30th, 1933. His career spans decades. Different styles, different eras. And what stands out isn't just the music, it's the consistency. Because staying relevant over time isn't always about changing. Sometimes it's about staying recognizable. It's interesting how these don't seem connected at first, but they kind of are. A massive decision is made without full information. A discovery reveals there's more beneath the surface. And something simple becomes part of everyday conversation. Different situations, different outcomes, but all moments where understanding shifts, either all at once or slowly over time. Anyway, those are a few of the things that stood out while I was working through April 30th. Stop by tomorrow and we'll see what happens. If you'd like to hear more of my work or explore the books and projects I've been a part of, you can find it all at waitthat'srandom.com. I'm C.L. Burns, and I appreciate you stopping by. I'll see you tomorrow.